Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. The question is, do you want to play a car game? Yeah? If the answer is yes, then you've got a great amount of choice. You have an epic amount of choice. However, as a player of car games and have been for all my life, there's many franchises that are missing nowadays. When we look at it, Need for Speed is 30 years old now. Yeah. Need for Speed is 30. Well, let's shock you even further. Forza is 20 now. Yeah, Forza is 20 years old. And The Crew is 11 years old. So let's talk about the games that did not survive. Let's talk about the franchises we miss and we really want back. Starting with number 1, Midnight Club. Midnight Club started in 2000 with the original street racing game. It was great. It was great fun, great racing, great atmosphere. It looked stunning for the time. Available for PS2 and Game Boy Advance, it was a great start. The Midnight Club franchise focuses on the import scene and illegal street racing, with the first 2 titles using non-licensed vehicles that resemble Toyota, Nissan and Honda tuner cars. The original being developed by Angel Studios and the rest being developed by Rockstar Games. The original, you got to race around New York City and London using a lot of landmarks like Trafalgar Square, Big Ben Tower Building, the Empire State Building, the World Trade Center, you know, all of the big landmarks. The second title introduced damage models, and this one was based in Los Angeles, Paris and Tokyo, and again we had notable landmarks, but with Paris you had the cobble alleyways, the monumental roundabouts and the catacombs, and it was awesome. Number 3, Dub Edition. This is where the whole game changed. We got licensed vehicles like the Cadillac Escalade, the Lexus SC430, the Mercedes-Benz SL500, and we got some updated graphics. It was a stunning game and the customization was second to none. This game was stunning and it gave you some great races through San Diego, Atlanta and Detroit. This game was insane. You got 7 car types: tuner, luxury sedan, SUVs and trucks, exotic, muscle car, sports bike and choppers. It was such a good game. Fast forward to one of the last titles Midnight Club did. It was Los Angeles, and this was made for the newer generation, the 360s and the PS3s. The quality of the game, the graphics, they stepped it up. They stepped it up hugely. This was a stunning game. The atmosphere was great. You had pedestrians, which you don't see nowadays, and you had some incredible car models. You had some great graphics. The customization, again, insane. Wide bodies. We got it all. It was so nice. So what happened? What happened to Midnight Club? What happened? Why are they not around anymore? Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I genuinely thought that Los Angeles was a very popular game when I was at school. Everyone spoke about that game. We all compared our cars with each other. So to see it just disappear after this title was incredibly weird. It was just not what we were expecting. And ever since then, we've heard rumours that it's coming back. And the fact is, the people who make it, Rockstar, the people who make GTA, Red Dead, they have all the funds to make this game. And in this game economics right now, I would say that Midnight Club would kill it. I reckon a new Midnight Club would absolutely pwn the opponents. I think there isn't a game really like Midnight Club anymore. Yes, you have Need for Speed, but at the moment, that's laying dormant. So, with Midnight Club, you have a 24-hour cycle. Yes, you get this with Forza and you get this with The Crew, but the city was alive. It was just always active. It was always bumping. When it came to the police as well, you would be stopped at the side of the road for being a bit of a tosser, and you can choose to drive off. But you got this little play scene of the camera through the cop car, which for me was the cherry on the top. That was so good. So Midnight Club, we really need this franchise back because we are hankering for Midnight Club and we all miss it dearly. There's nothing else like Midnight Club, so please, Rockstar, bring it back. On to number 2, Project Gotham Racing. The original Project Gotham Racing came out in 2001 as a launch title for Microsoft's new console, the Xbox. Created by Bizarre Creations, who made Metropolis Street Racer for the Dreamcast, which at the time was my favourite racing game. So when this game came out, I wanted an Xbox, so I hounded my uncle who actually had one, and I got to play this game and I was so happy. Yes, we had Gran Turismo on PlayStation, but this felt a little bit more arcadey, so it was great fun. They had what they called the Kudos Challenge, which you can use in Quick Race and Arcade Race, and you could hit cones and you can drift and you would earn these points. Unlike Gran Turismo, they didn't have that many cars. They had 29 licensed cars, but they had some epic cars like the Ferrari F50 and the Porsche Carrera GT. Number 2 introduced Nürburgring, which was perfect. I loved it when they introduced this, and now you had the addition of Xbox Live, which you could play with 15 different players on different tracks, which was perfect. The Kudo system got an update, so it was a little bit more forgiving. You can now do 360s in the cars to earn points. Number 3 was the launch title for the Xbox 360, and this game was stunning. With the upgrade of newer platform, this was a beautiful game, winning Game of the Year 2005 as well. I haven't even mentioned one of the best points of this game. You could add vehicles to your garage, walk around and interact with them, which for me was perfect. It was my favourite feature and something to this day I wish more car games do. The sound of the vehicles was insane. I will say though, from 2 to 3 we got a lot more supercars, which was a little sad, but it was still a perfect game. Finally, the final one, number 4, came out, and it was incredible. You had 130 vehicles, which was huge at the time, and you now have motorcycles, which at the time was really controversial, but I loved it. I loved playing on the motorcycles. They handled really nicely. Like the other games, you got Tokyo, New York, Nürburgring, London and Las Vegas, but this time they added Shanghai, St. Petersburg, Quebec City and Macau, as well as the Michelin test track. What I loved about this game was the fact that you had so many different weather systems. Yeah, you get that in different games, but the ice on this game was so unforgiving. The fog, you could see nothing, and the snow was incredible. I remember taking a Maserati around the Nürburgring, the full thing, and I lost my grip incredibly. It was unforgiving. So what happened? Project Gotham Racing, what happened? They were such a great game. They were so beautifully made and the quality was incredible. Well, I would definitely say, because it was an Xbox exclusive, I would definitely say Forza took its space. Forza was already out and they could have coincided together, however, they were quite similar. But again, I would also say they weren't. The fact that you could go around the garage and interact with your vehicles in this garage and home was completely different, which Forza didn't actually input any interaction with the cars until number 4 with Forza Vista. So it was not exactly the same. However, they dropped the title and I think it needs to come back. I think it's time for Project Gotham Racing to come back. Okay, let's talk about the final game I want to talk about, and that is Burnout. Yeah, Burnout. Where has this gone? I remember this game, they made so many different Burnouts. There's so many I can't list all of them. The first Burnout came out in 2001 and it was so arcadey and so fun. It was a crash 'em up, you could race, it was perfect. It was this racing game, so arcadey, but when you crashed you got cinematics. It was great fun. Then, when it came to Burnout 2, we got crash mode. Finally, one of the recipes that made us love Burnout was Crash Mode. So fun, so destructive. It was just great. It was just everything we wanted. We wanted to be destructive kids, so we destroyed this amazing car and destroyed the city. For me, my favourite was Burnout 3. The graphics stepped up, the arcadiness was still there, but it was a lot more stunning. We got the crash modes and the racing modes, and it was just great fun. I think I played this game endlessly. I think I played it half to death. I'm very sure I annoyed my brother who wanted to play on the PS2 to play one of his games like Dalmatians or some crap like that. He loved those types of games. But I would completely take over playing Burnout 3. I'm so sorry, little brother. Making more games for PSP, PlayStation Portable, the next gen came out, and one of the best racing arcade games came out, and that was Burnout Paradise. This thing was great fun. It was awesome. Just the title card and the intro to Paradise City was iconic. You'll be driving through the city and you'll be singing the song. You'll be like, "Take me down to the Paradise City," as you crash into a car. And it was great fun. I think Burnout Paradise is that game I will always re-download, play for days on end, just keep completing it and replaying. The car selections were always great. With Burnout, they never had licensed cars, they had cars that resembled different makes and models. Races, stunts, road rage, you had a lot with this game. It was just endless fun for days and days. The graphics were stunning, the crash modes were awesome, the cinematics as you crash were awesome, and with this one here you got to drive away from the crashes as well. You would see a half pipe and try and barrel roll your car, and that's just what we loved. We just loved this game. Still to this day, I love it. In 2018, Burnout actually remastered this game, so we got the best of both worlds. We got the quality, we got the graphics stepped up, and it was perfect. So why do they not make Burnout anymore? It boggles my mind. I'm very sure everyone at school played Burnout. We would all play Burnout together. We would all compare crash scores, and we would all just say that who was better in the game? Who was better? Is this kid better? Am I better? And that's just how it was. So what happened to Burnout? I do not know. But what I do know is we definitely need one for this generation. We need a new Burnout, even if we get Burnout Paradise 2. And just take the same formula, add more car models, make a better city, Paradise City, make it better, extend it out. Even if we have to do that, I'll be happy. I think we are in dire need of a Burnout title nowadays, because we do have Wreckfest 2 out now, and we had Wreckfest, but you don't have that free roam like you did with this. You had free roam and it was perfect. But that's another video. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think? What gaming franchise is missing and you want back? What game franchise was your jam? What game franchise did you like? There is so many different franchises that have kind of died and disappeared nowadays. So I'd love to know your opinion, because to be honest with you, I only picked 3, but there's thousands I can think of. So which one do you think? Put it down in the comments. I would love to hear it, but thank you for watching again. It always means the world. Have a lovely day. Toodaloo, goodbye, you guys. Thanks for watching, obviously. Bye.